Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro-capitalism. Bit late on the episode. Just been crazy busy. Just worked 8 days in a row. Witnessed a couple shootings because it's Austin, and that's what happens in Austin is shootings. Apparently, Austin is the most dangerous city on the planet now, dude. Move over Rio de Janeiro because Austin is shooting people. Every fucking day. Every day there's a fucking shooting in Austin, man. It's just like, oh, what is it? It's a Saturday in Austin? Yeah, there was a shooting, of course. Why would there not have been a shooting? What? Do you think everyone was just hanging out? Everybody just hanging out and no one's going to shoot anyone? Not in Austin. You got to shoot someone if you're going to be in Austin. Them's the rules, all right? Got to shoot people and all that. And it's like, it's always some ghetto ass shit, too. It's like in a back alley or in front of some gang bar or some shit like that. And you're like, huh, what the fuck is going on here, man? But yeah, I did work 8 days in a row. I just did 4 shows in a row, 4 days in a row of shows and working. So I did not win most racist comedian in Austin. I know. What's the point if I can't win most racist comedian in Austin? I think I came in like 5th place, maybe out of 14. Like I placed. I got a vote. I got one vote, but I did not win. But I mean, hey, shout out to Tywin for having me on the show, for thinking of me when he was like, who could maybe be one of the more racist comedians in Austin. He put me on it, so I appreciate you putting me on that and giving me a shot to try and be racist. And I went for it. I did. I try to be pretty racist up there, comedically, tactfully, and everything like that. Just couldn't get it done at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Just couldn't win it at the end of the day. And then I had to go back to work, and I don't even know if there was a shooting last night because I had to get the fuck out of there. But it's just like every day in Austin, just drunk fucking people. And I know everybody hates the sober person who talks about sobriety, but Jesus Christ, when you just watch people thrown up on the side of the street, having to have 3 people carry them around because they're shit-faced drunk and all this, and it's regular. This happens all the time, over and over. You're just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Is this a good idea? Is this a good idea to just let people get fucking hammered all the time? I mean, I guess it's freedom. It's a freedom thing. It's a freedom thing. But it's like I think we might need to educate people a little bit better about alcohol, because I feel like a lot of people don't know how bad they get when they're drunk. You know what I'm saying? You just see people everywhere and they're fucking hammered drunk, and you're like, do you know what you look like? And here's the thing. I used to get hammered drunk for about 9 years. I was like Calvin Johnson, 9 strong years of being a straight alcoholic. And I did a lot of questionable things, regrettable things, a lot of bad things. Many bad things, so many bad things. And, when you wake up in the morning and you're hungover and you don't remember anything, and you're piecing together the night and you're looking for your wallet and you're looking for your shit and all this stuff, that's not fun. I didn't enjoy that aspect of drinking. I liked the partying aspect of drinking, which I think is most people. Most people like the woo woo. Let's do some shots. I was a Jaeger bomb man. Yeah, sorry, that's who I am. I was a Jaeger bomb man. Jaeger bombs and Heinekens, man. That's what it was for me, dude. I would get to the bar. Blue Leprechaun in Ann Arbor was the place. I would go there. I would walk in. I would say, "Give me a Heineken and a Jaeger bomb." Right? I'd go there with the boys. We'd all roll up to the fucking Blue Leprechaun. We'd sit down. And we'd be like, let's get a round of Jaeger bombs. And then we'd order some pitchers of beer, maybe. Sometimes what I would do, this is how you know I'm an alcoholic. I'd be like, well, you don't have Heineken on draft, so how about this? Bring me 2 bottles of Heineken and a tall-ass glass, and I'm just going to pour it in there. And that's what I did. I would pour giant fucking glasses of alcoholic beer into a cup, into a glass, and chug it as I would also drink Jaeger bombs. And, I would wake up feeling like shit. And, like even today, I didn't get a lot of sleep. I got maybe 6 hours of sleep, but I feel better than most hangovers. I feel tired and my voice is a little gone. That's what happens when you work 8 days in a row. 8 days a week. 8 days a week. I love you. 8 days a week. Okay, I haven't watched this Paul McCartney documentary, and I'm not going to, because what am I going to find out? He's a pedophile too? Probably. He's a British guy who's famous. I think that's kind of the criteria. Are you a famous British person? Oh, this is also the first episode since England lost the World Cup, by the way. I have to talk about it. If you're British, I really don't feel bad for you because you guys are cunts. So, sorry that you lost, and you lost in the most English way possible on penalties. And you lost on penalties in the most English way possible. You missed 3 in a row. And then everyone's being all racist to the guys because the 3 people who missed were black guys. And I'm like, they didn't miss because they're black. They missed because they're English. That should be a testament to how inclusive England in their culture is. It's not just white guys missing penalties. It's black guys missing penalties. It's everybody missing penalties because we're English. When you're English, you miss penalties. Doesn't matter the color of your skin. You're going to miss penalties. All right, I know Harry Kane and Harry Maguire made their penalties, but at the end of the day, the clutch penalties are not going to be made by an English person. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter who you are. Jack Grealish would have missed that penalty. Raheem Sterling would have missed that penalty. They all would have missed those penalties. You know why? Because they're English. So, sorry. Winners win, shooters shoot, and English people miss penalties. So that's, is what it is. But yeah, I'm just trying to get everything together. We got Afro Sundays tonight. Had to have a lineup change. Our headliner canceled, so now it's gonna be a different lineup, different show. I'm gonna be hosting it. Genevieve is gonna be headlining it. It's gonna be hopefully it's gonna be a good time, man. We're gonna go walk around and hand out flyers, and hopefully some people show up. If you see this right when it comes out, come to Creek in the Cave, 10 o'clock, man, please. I know I just said there's a bunch of shootings downtown, but still come down to downtown Austin for Afro Sundays. That's one of the hardest things, man, is like trying to promote and get people to come when you're like, I would advise not going to downtown. I mean, shit, after last night, it was like where every person, you got to tell them, like, hey, man, get home safe, be careful, because this is, shit pops off here. And I was talking to someone who was saying they felt more safe in Detroit than in Austin. And that blows my mind because I had never really thought about that. I don't know if that's true for me. I might still feel more safe in Austin than in certain parts of Detroit. But also certain parts, as long as you know where you're going and what you're doing in Detroit, you'll be fine. Now, in Austin, it's just so many fucking people, and they're all crammed on top of each other and just sucking each other's dicks on 6th Street, and you're just like, this is, whose idea was this? Whose idea was it to just let drunk people run around in the street? Let's just shut down the street and let everyone run around like it's a giant bar crawl. If you don't know, every Friday and Saturday is the biggest bar crawl ever in downtown Austin. Because it's just they shut the street down and you can just walk around and get hammered. And it's like, is this a good idea, guys? Maybe we got to reconsider this. Maybe we got to reconsider this, man. I am exhausted. I am very, very tired. As you can tell by my voice, I've been smoking, not cigarettes, some spliffs, though. And I think everyone gets tested in life, and sometimes your endurance gets tested. You get pushed to the limits. You got to ask yourself, what are my limits? Can I exceed them? Can I be great? That's the thing about Michael Jordan. He was great. LeBron James, not so much. Still great, but not Michael Jordan great. Why? Because he made Space Jam after winning 3 titles in a row. And then after he made Space Jam, he won 3 more titles in a row. LeBron James won a bubble title thanks to Anthony Davis. Then he made Space Jam. Then he went out in the first round. So I don't think they're the same. And I'm not going to watch the new Space Jam. I don't really give a shit. I watched a little bit of the old Space Jam a couple weeks ago, and I was like, this is fun. It's fun. It's a good time. But I didn't finish the movie, and I'm not even going to start the new Space Jam. Okay? I'm not doing it. Not going to happen, guys. Not going to happen. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, why do they gotta make it again? What the fuck? Why not come up with a new idea? And I know me saying this is not a new idea, but it's like a lot of people are starting to figure out that Hollywood is done. They don't have new ideas. They don't have new actors, really. Their talent pool is waning. They can only remake Spider-Man with so many different dudes before they're going to have a Spider-Woman. Spider-Woman would be hot, by the way. I think that would be phenomenal, a Spider-Woman. I think Spider-Woman would be great. By the way, I do need to, for the Porn Stars podcast, I need to grab my iPad. You ever just been so disorganized that you're like, what the fuck is going on, man? You're just trying to hold in a poop and make a podcast real quick because you're running a day late on it. And then you realize you don't even got all the fucking tools. Hey, man, what are you going to do? You just try to take it one day at a time. And then 8 days later, you're exhausted. And you're like, well, here we are. My feet hurt. I did get to host for Byron Bowers on Friday night at Vulcan. That was fun. That was fun. Everyone likes hosting. If you're a comedian and you're asked to host a show, you got to understand that it's not about your set. Like, it's nice if you can get some laughs and you can warm the crowd up and do all that. But if the host has the best set of the night, by and large, that's not a good show. Because the host isn't up there long enough to warrant him having or her having the best set of the night. So you can't get down on yourself for not having the best. And I didn't even have a bad set. I just, I was hosting. Kind of a small crowd hosting, trying to just warm it up. It's more about, are you bringing the other comics up quick? Are you timing everyone? Are you staying on top of it? Are you lighting people when they ask to be lit? Those are the intangibles of hosting. A lot of people don't talk about that because a lot of people don't fucking know that shit. Knowledge needs to be passed down. That's a big part about knowledge. Is you got to pass it down. You got to pass it on to other people. And hey, man, that's an important part of life. Is if you have a certain knowledge base, you have to understand that your knowledge base is very unique to you and your experiences and your education and your upbringing and your culture and all that shit. You need to then try to pass those wisdoms to other people who might not have them, because hopefully by doing that, at the very end of the day, we all have been able to gather some knowledge that we didn't really get ourselves, but we got it from someone else, and maybe we were able to give them some knowledge in return, because not everyone knows everything. Nobody knows everything, but we all know something, and we all know something different from each other. So that's just where it's like, hey, man, let's, exchange. It's the free exchange of ideas. It's important. The marketplace of ideas. It's an important thing. Speaking of the marketplace, Cuba is a little on edge right now. Little on edge. And apparently it's because they love communism so much. They love communism in Cuba. They love it. It's their favorite thing. They love communism so much that they're protesting in the streets. They're like, please don't take our communism away. We love not having food and internet access and having cars from the 50s. Please don't take our communism away. We love it. We love that family members were murdered by Fidel Castro, and a lot of them, a lot of people had to float on rafts to Cuba. We love that. Don't take our communism away. What would Cuba be without communism? I don't know. Nice. It might be nice. Might be all right. I don't know. I mean, this is obviously a pro-capitalism podcast, and hey, if you don't like capitalism, you don't got to listen to this. I don't give a shit. I don't. I do not give a fuck. But if you like communism, go talk to the people in Cuba about it. Come on, mister, I took Spanish and whatever the fuck. Go work on your Spanish skills and talk to the people in Cuba about why they're in the streets. Is it because of COVID vaccines? Huh? Is that what it is? COVID vaccines? Or is it that communism is failing? Joe Biden went on TV and said, he said it in Germany. Talk about pandering. Real hard to be pro-communism in a country that tried communism. Just saying. Joe Biden, in my home country of Germany, said that communism is a failed system and he doesn't see socialism as a good replacement for it. He didn't say anything pro-capitalism because he probably forgot. But, at the end of the day, I guess. But here's the thing. Even him saying communism's a failed system, I still don't believe that he even knows what he's saying. I think the people, Jen Psaki and Kamala Harris and all those bitches, I don't know what they got up their fucking little dainty blouse sleeve, but they got some bullshit up there, and I don't want to fucking see it. I don't want to fucking see it. We got to get a new president. We got to get a whole new system in there. All right? I know it's 3.5 years away. Ooh. We haven't even had a year of Biden, and it's already a disaster, dude. This fucking idiot, man. He's just bumbling boop, boop, boo to do. Yeah. Sometimes that is how that is. I'm going to grab my iPad real quick, and we're going to be right back. You can enjoy the sweet sounds of crickets while I'm gone. Just like that, we're back. Just like that. Did you see that? Did you see how fast I did that? That's what we call the skills to, do something fast so you don't have to edit. So you don't got to edit. Now, this week's porn star of the podcast, I don't even know who it is. That's the best part. We're going to have to pick someone out on the fly, and I think it's going to be fun because I think I already know who I want to go with. What is her name? Let me see if I can find her. Find a nice description. Can we get a little description here before we introduce the porn star of the podcast? Come on, that's it? That's all you got? They got nothing fucking here? Come on, guys. You gotta be kidding me. You got no description here, no nothing. That's all they got for this chick. Well, we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, this week's porn star of the podcast. Give it up for Krystal Boyd. That's right, Krystal Boyd, this week's porn star of the podcast. She was born on April 14th, 1993, 28 years old, from Moscow, Russia. Ding, 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 ding. 5'8". She is blonde. I don't have much information because they won't give me any. There is no bio on there's no bio on Pornhub. But she's one of these new Russian stars who basically fucks the same dude every time. I don't know this dude's name. But But she's just she's just a Barbie looking blonde chick. That's what she is. She plays the role. That's what she does. She's a Barbie looking blonde chick from Russia with love. She does a lot of scenes with the same dude. Like I said, I don't know his fucking name, but he's getting it. Maybe they're dating. Maybe he's a Russian spy. But Krystal Boyd, I think she's got another alternate name too. Is it Angelica? Yes, Angelica. Maybe that'll help if we look that up. She looks a lot like Taylor Swift. Just in case you're a fan of Taylor Swift. So I think they do quite a few of the parody videos, some music video stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, she's just a tall, skinny, blonde girl with vague Taylor Swift face. And, if you got that going on, you're going to get views. So, like I said, Krystal Boyd, this week's porn star of the podcast. If you're looking for a tall, blonde chick, she's your gal. All right? She is it. She's got it going on. Wish I had more of a description, but again, I don't. So if you want to write one, if you want to go ahead and write a description for Krystal Boyd, go ahead and do it. But I'm calling her the Russian Barbie doll because that's what she looks like. Yeah, so that is this week's porn star of the podcast. Krystal Boyd. Give it up for her one more time. Yes. Yes. Speaking of, I saw a chick who looked exactly like that, by the way, last night. Literally a Barbie doll girl. And obviously she's hot, but you're looking at her and you're like, what is your day like? What is your day like when you look like that? Do people just try to come on you all day? Like, if you're a hot chick like that, do people just try to come on you all day? Because that seemed miserable. You're walking around like a fucking hooker with your tall things and your fucking ass hanging out, and it's like, is that the move? Is that working out for you? I guess maybe it is. I don't know. Hey, again, this is going to be a short episode because I am exhausted. Got to poop and got to do some shit today. But hey, thank you for listening to this very abbreviated version of Porn and Capitalism. Don't forget, Cuba loves communism. They love it so much that they're protesting. Don't forget it. One more time for the porn star of the podcast, Krystal Boyd. Thank you so much for listening. And next week, the episode will be more on time, bitch. Thank you. Have a good weekend.